Hi, I'm Patrick Michael, Vice President of Coldwell Banker Commercial here in sunny Southern California. Today, I'm going to take you through a 10-step checklist of things to look out for when you're walking through an industrial property. Whether you're an owner, a broker, or a tenant or buyer looking for an industrial property, these are the things to look out for. We're going to start off by walking through the office, head into the warehouse portion, and then finish outside. Okay, step 1, office layout and conditions. We're going to walk through the front door and take a look at the office space. There's going to be an overarching theme here. We're going to look up, we're going to look down, and we're going to look side to side. So let's look up. Are there any water stains or signs of water damage? Let's look down. Is there any flooring conditions that might be an issue? Does it look old and tired? Is it carpeting? Is it tile? Is it wood? We're going to need to take notes of these because if it does look tired, we may need to replace it later on. And lastly, side to side. Are there enough offices for you? Is there a reception area? And potentially, do you need a conference room? We have to keep those in mind as well. Okay, step 2. Next stop, let's take a look at the restrooms and the break area. First, walk into the restrooms and make sure that they're clean and ADA compliant. Also, walk into the break area, make sure there's a kitchen or kitchenette and a sufficient area for your clients to take a break. Okay, last stop while we're inside the office. Step 3 is going to be look at the HVAC system and climate control. We're going to make sure that there is an HVAC system. We're going to determine what the age of the HVAC system is and when was the last time it was maintained. Okay, step 4. This is the star of the show and why we're here, the warehouse. Let's walk through the office and into the warehouse. Once we're there, one of the first things that we want to see are the doors. How many of them and what type are they? Are they ground level or are they dog high? Also, what is the functionality of them? And will they work for the type of trucks we need? Okay, number 5. It's time to look up and check the clear height. This is determined by the lowest obstruction, whether that is lighting, a sprinkler system, or a beam. Sometimes a few feet can make a big difference. Okay, number 6. Now we want to look at the overall condition of the warehouse. What type of lighting is there? Is it older lighting or LED? LED is definitely more cost efficient. Also, look down at the flooring. Is there any cracks or any issues that may cause expenses down the road? Okay, number 7, the power supply. A lot of industrial uses live and die by power. You want to make sure that it has sufficient amperage, voltage, and phase. Also, while we're talking about utilities, it is also important to check if there is gas if you need it. Okay, number 8, the exterior. Now that we're done with the inside of the warehouse, let's move outside. Once we're outside, let's take a look up and determine what the roof is made of. Once we've determined the type of roof, we also want to make sure that there's no pooling of water or any sort of damage on the roof. Also, do the same thing with the exterior structure and windows. Make sure that they're good and no signs of aging. Okay, step 8, exterior building condition. Now that we've looked at the interior, we've gone through the office and the warehouse, it's time to step outside and take a look there. First, let's look up and look at the roof. First, we want to determine what it's made of. Once we determine what it's made of, we also want to make sure that there's no pooling or any signs of damage. Also, let's look at the exterior of the building as well and make sure that structurally it is sound and that there's no damage to the structure, the walls, or the windows. Okay, now number 9. Once we've looked up, it's time to look down. What's the condition of the actual yard space? Is there parking for trucks and for employees? And also, what is the condition of the ground? Are there any cracks or signs of wear there as well? Okay, we've made it to number 10, the last one. And number 10 is location, location, location. We've looked at everything in the office, in the warehouse, and in the yard. Now it's time to determine where the property is. Is it near ports and highways? And also, is it well positioned for employees, such as amenities like restaurants and housing? Once we determine those things, we also need to determine the zoning. What types of uses can be used at this building? And that's it. That's your 10-step guide to industrial real estate. Remember, every property has a story. You just need to know where to look. If you have any questions or if you want to know what your property is worth, reach out anytime.